All right, Love, Death, Robots, episode 2 in the series. This is just titled Ice. I will read the description here on Letterboxd. In a future where many humans are enhanced with extraordinary strengths and endurance, the unmodded feel left behind. This class conflict drives a rift between two brothers that puts their lives at risk during a dangerous race. Oh no! So, this is a very interesting art style. It kind of feels like Samurai Jack mixed with like a Gorillaz music video. And the character aesthetics, like everything's very dark. It reminds me of like gargoyles and like kind of like a moody jazz like music video, like a lot of those kind of styles. And the family dynamic is like, pretty cliche, pretty relatable. It's like two brothers. One brother's is like the gifted one, the other one is just kind of there. The parents are kind of slagging on the one who isn't doing as well, and he's not modded, which they don't really go into a whole lot of detail of what that means. They just know that the kid that is modded can do all these physical, like super soldier type stuff. So, following that, they go on like a little thing together. Basically, the son goes out with his friends and they do God knows what into the middle of the night. And the older brother, he's like, hey, I want in. And, the younger brother's like, oh, you could get hurt. You can't keep up. And then he tags along anyway. All of his friends at first make fun of his older brother just because he's unmodded and they think he's gonna slow everybody down. And sure enough, they basically are doing this thing with these whales. Basically, imagine they're going into the center of a lake, blowing up a fucking bomb, and then like going to run back to the other side, and then they're gonna watch like a bunch of whales pop from the ice and do all this magical nonsense. That's what they do. And right before that, like they're all, and this world is like really dark. Like there's like these random people like smoking like a pipe on the side of the road, like at the very beginning, and they're all smoking this like little pipe thing that obviously is like a metaphor for drugs. He literally hallucinates. He becomes like out of body for like a second, and then like that's right when the explosion happens, and they're like, run, run, run. And following that, it's just like a very tense run away from death type scene. And they all make it back. They all gain a lot of respect for the unmodded boy who was able to keep up. And there's a lot of really close calls. His other brother, the younger brother who is modded, he gets like his leg caught up there, and his brother saves him. And the way it ends is they all walk away. They're doing their thing. Like one of the people grabs his hat, and then his brother grabs his hat back for him, and he's, kind of accepted his place. Like, hey, I'm not like my brother, but like, I'm not excluded. And, they kind of find a nice soft spot for each other, and that's where the story ends. The art style is my favorite part about it. It's very indicative of like old comics, like the gothic kind. The guy who directed this is Robert Valley, who also directed the Pear Ciders and Cigarettes from the last edition of Love, Death, Robots. Yeah, that was 5 years ago, it says. At least that's when this movie came out. It was 5 years ago. That's wild. But anyway, this was a good one. I enjoyed the art style. The story was a little weak, but it was whatever. It didn't like blow my mind or anything, but again, these stories are able to kind of keep you on your toes by not always just being like mind-blowing or being of the same like moral or storytelling. They're not just going for one emotion, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that's why I like it so much. But anyway, I'm going to give Ice a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.